Hey friends, welcome. I already see some people hopping on. Hey everybody that's watching, thank you for being live with me today. Super excited to hang out with you guys and do some Q&A and a couple of Etsy shop audits today. So I'm going to be reviewing two awesome Etsy shops. Hi friends, let me know where you're watching from. And I want to know, are you an Etsy seller or do you sell somewhere else? Maybe Amazon or a different platform. So let me know where you sell, if you are an online seller, and how long you've been selling online. I want to see what you guys are up to today. Hi, Nate. Hi, Taskin. Hi, Reem. Hi, let's see, Adiba. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you guys for joining. I want to know what everybody's been up to today. We have been having a good Mother's Day prep so far. Let me know if you are an online seller, how has it been leading up to Mother's Day? Usually for us, Mother's Day is pretty busy. So April and May end up being, pretty busy with our Etsy shop, but it's been manageable so far this April. So that's the thing about Etsy. It's so up and down. You never know. You never know. It's like different from year to year. So, hey, Becky, thanks for joining. You made a sale today, your second sale. Yay, Becky. So proud of you. That's awesome. That is the best feeling ever. That is so fun. I remember when I made my first sale, seeing that I actually didn't have the app on my phone yet. I just had it through email. And so I remember when my first sale came through and I got the email that said, you've made an Etsy transaction. And I literally did a happy dance. I was so excited. That's the best feeling. Nate says, you've been on for a few months, started at the end of January or sometime in February. Can't remember. Awesome, Nate. Okay. Let's have, we have Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Rachel's shop is one that we're going to be auditing today. She has a lovely shop. So excited to get to that. Hi, Abby. Oh, thank you. You're too sweet. Task and sales are low. Yeah. So it's up and down. Etsy is just, unfortunately, that's the thing. You just never know. It's different from year to year. And one month you can be selling a ton, and the next month it seems to drop off for no reason. So if you stay on it long enough, you can kind of figure out which times of the year might be your busy seasons, depending on what you sell. But yeah, hopefully sales will increase for you soon. Hey, Angela, thanks for hopping on. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, so I'm going to give it a couple more minutes and let our friends hop on. But I wanted to mention that, and some of you may have heard me say this last time, we are going to be doing a huge giveaway when we reach 20,000 subscribers. So we're super close. We're at like 19 something. So I expect that to happen probably within the next week or two. So if you aren't following me on Instagram yet, that is where we're going to be announcing all the giveaway details. But we are giving away a bundle of all of our, not all of our, some of our merch. So some of you may have seen it. I'm drinking from our water bottle right now. This is one of our pieces of merch. It says Pivot. These water bottles are so awesome. I've been loving this. But we have sweatshirts and hoodies and t-shirts. So when we reach 20,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, we are going to be giving away a big bundle of some of our merch items. So if you want to be entered into that giveaway, we haven't announced yet how to enter, but we'll be announcing soon over on my Instagram. So make sure you go over there and follow me on Instagram. I'm going to type my handle in here. It's at katehayes.co. So that is my Instagram handle. So go follow me over there and we will be announcing the giveaway details so that you guys can get entered. So that's going to be super fun. We're excited to reach 20,000. Y'all have been so awesome. We started this channel, I want to say August of last year. So it hasn't even been a year yet, but you guys have just been so encouraging and we've been having the best time helping you with your Etsy shops and giving just what, the tips of what we've learned in the past 6 years. So hi, Lucy. Lucy says, you inspired me to start my own Etsy store. Struggling at the moment, but I'm going to keep going with it. Yes, that's a great attitude to have, Lucy. It takes a while. It took me several months to make my first sale. It's not like that for everybody, but I think for a lot of us, it probably is. And once you get started, you slowly but surely sort of get the feel for it, and you learn different strategies of how to bring in traffic, how to boost your ranking, and all of that. So I'm rooting for you, Lucy. Hopefully you'll get some sales soon. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Alicia. Oh, Alicia's here. Yay. Alicia's the other shop that we are auditing. And I hope I'm saying your name right, Alicia. Correct me if that's not right. Hi, Richard. Okay, so giveaway. We got that. And before we hop into the shop audits, y'all know I love to share things with you that I've been loving. So I want to share with you guys. Let me know if you've heard of this. Okay, so I just started trying this recently. Okay, so in here I'm drinking my Liquid IV. Have y'all heard of Liquid IV? I'm interested to know if you've heard of it. So Liquid IV is basically like a hydration. It's like a mix. It comes in, I'll show y'all. This is the lemon lime. So it comes in like a little packet like this that you would put into your water bottle or your cup, and you mix it with your water and your ice, and it comes in different flavors. But the main point of it is it's a hydration multiplier. So if any of you have struggled with hydration, sometimes I can just feel if I'm sort of needing some extra help in that area. You might feel fatigue. There's a lot of different symptoms of it, but when you're hydrated the way that you should be, you definitely feel more energy. So I've never like really realized, I guess, that I might struggle with dehydration until I started using this Liquid IV, and I feel such energy. Like when I drink it, it's crazy. This is the guava. So I have all these different flavors that I've been trying. This is the acai berry. That's probably my favorite one. And then they have this, which is energy multiplier. This is what I'm drinking right now in my bottle. So this literally gives you a boost. And so I don't know. I drink coffee. I'm definitely a coffee person. But they say that this is like it's equal to 2 to 3 cups of coffee, I think is what they said. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong if you've tried this before, but I definitely feel different. So I'm going to post because they gave me a discount code for you guys. This sort of is my like get it done juice. Like if I'm in the middle of working or packaging or something and I just feel like I need something extra, this just sort of helps put me into the right space to kind of like power through and get some stuff done. So I'm going to put it in here in the comments. So Liquid IV has offered you guys 25% off plus free shipping if you want to try it with my coupon code. So the coupon code is katehayes.co. Same thing as my Instagram handle. So if you use that, and then I'm going to post the link in the comments. So there's the link. If you go there and you use that coupon code, you'll get 25% off and free shipping. So it can't be that. I have been loving it. So anyway, I only share things with y'all that I have found that I really, really have enjoyed, and I really have liked that. Let's see. Lots of carbs in the drink packets. Let me see. I really don't know, honestly. So this is the acai berry, and it's saying that one stick has 11 grams of carbs. Yeah, same thing for the other one. So hopefully, I don't know, if you try it, hopefully you'll like it. It kind of tastes, to me, it sort of tastes like Gatorade, maybe a little bit saltier version of Gatorade, but the salt is in there to help it absorb the way it needs to. So if you have a hard time drinking water, try some of these packets. It'll add some flavor and it'll help you get the water that you need. Okay, Alicia, you said Elisha. Is it Elisha? But I get called Alicia all the time. I don't mind. Okay, so Elisha, is that correct? That's really beautiful. I love that pronunciation. All right, I'm just trying to catch up on all the comments here. I'll get to some of these questions in just a little bit. If you have a question, I'm going to try to get to all of them. I'm going to do the Etsy shop audits first, and then we'll hop into the Q&A session. So if you have a question, maybe don't type it in yet. Wait till we get through the audits first, and then I will start taking some questions. Oh, I see my hubby on here. Y'all say hi to Nick. He's on here. If you want to interact with him, he's on here as Nick Hayes. And he may end up helping me kind of moderate the conversation a little bit. Okay, so mentioned the Liquid IV coupon code, and also wanted to mention again for you guys, the super chat and super sticker. So remember that in these lives, you can give a super chat or a super sticker, which is basically where you get to donate whatever amount of money you want to the channel. You should see the button somewhere around where you are on there to give a super chat or a super sticker. You choose the amount of money you want to donate. And then when you type in a comment, it'll be highlighted. I'll see it like in a bold, bright color. And that means I get to answer your question first. As soon as you send it through, I will skip everything else, stop everything else, and answer your question. So you're for sure going to get your question answered. And that just helps us to keep this channel free. So y'all heard me say before, if you've been here before, that our goal on this channel is to really just come alongside you guys to walk this journey of online selling with you, to share everything that we know for free. So we don't have any plans of coming out with a course, anything paid. We just want to help you. So in doing that, we do have expenses. And so when you can donate, that definitely helps us and helps the channel. So think about giving a super chat or a super sticker. And I think the more that you give, the higher amount, like the bolder color it is. So it's kind of fun to see those pop up. Let's see. Okay, so I think that's all for now. I'm going to hop into, so we're auditing 2 different Etsy shops today. And I know last time, if you were here on the last Etsy shop audit that I did, we had a little trouble. Like when I clicked on the listing, you couldn't see it. Like it wouldn't, the screen share wouldn't go through to where I clicked. So I'm going to try something different today, and hopefully you'll be able to see the listing that I'm clicking on. So y'all just let me know if for some reason you can't, but I think I've figured it out, hopefully. So let me know. But so we're going to be doing the shop called Rachel's Craft Closet first. So I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Can y'all see that? I'm hoping you can see this. All right, this is Rachel's Craft Closet. Okay, let me know if y'all can see that. I'm pretty sure it's sharing it right now. Okay, so I'm going to go through just the homepage first and talk about the things that are positives that are done really well here, and then a couple of things that Rachel could improve on a little bit, and just some advice. So all of this is meant to be constructive, definitely constructive criticism. And actually, Rachel, you are doing an awesome job. Y'all look at her shop. It looks so professional and put together. The aesthetic of this shop, it just all goes together. It's so bright and fresh and airy looking. So this is definitely, I feel like when you go to this shop, the homepage of this shop, it will definitely catch your eye, and it makes you feel, even from the very beginning, even from not even looking at any reviews, it looks professional to me. I can tell these photos are professional. The lighting is really good. I can tell she's using natural lighting. Rachel, I'm not sure if you've used mock-ups for these or if you took these. Obviously, these down here, all of these are a mock-up because they're all the same. But it's awesome looking. So bravo to you. If this is your photography, like these right here, I love these are lifestyle photos. So she has the bed in this one. She has some really cute pillows and some greenery right here on this one. These are super professional looking. Okay. So other than just, that's a great positive. The overall aesthetic and feel of the shop is very professional, very light and airy, and looks good quality. Now let's look over here at her logo. I always like to look at the branding, which includes like the shop banner. It includes the logo. It includes her profile picture over here. All of that is included in branding, and it's basically just the feel that you get from the graphic design in her shop. Does it look professional? Can you read it? Is it clear? So her logo over here, Rachel's Craft Closet, very easy to read. The font is big enough, and it's not too crowded. It just has the name with a cute little design. So I think, and this green color definitely goes along with the greenery in the pictures. So that goes really well. The banner, I've also said, I love banners like this that, or cover photos, whatever you want to call it. I love them when they have actual pictures of an example of what's in the shop. And so she has 3 different ones here. I'm not sure if it's because my computer screen is really large. These pictures up here seem a little blurry. So Rachel, I'm not sure. Maybe if I got on my phone, it wouldn't seem like that. But that's one thing to take into consideration. You definitely want to just try to make sure these photos are as high quality as possible so they won't be blurry at all, whether people are looking at them on a phone or a desktop or whatever. Profile picture is super cute. Look at you. How cute is that picture? Love it. For your profile picture, you always want to make sure it's just you. It could be your family or you and your, I think mine actually is, well, I may have changed mine. Mine used to be just me and my son together. So that's fine. But you just want to make sure it's clear and good lighting so that people feel like they have that personal connection with you right away. Okay, another thing that's really great about this homepage is her sections. So over here, we always want to have these sections, which makes it really easy for people to, if they're looking for something specific, they know exactly they can go over here and I'm looking for something from the bathroom. So I can just click on that and go right to the bathroom. If you don't have these sections yet in your shop, you want to definitely organize all of your listings into these sections and make them clear. I like how they are in all caps, and each one is very clear. There's not too many words over here. So good job on the sections. Okay, a couple of things to either change or improve upon. I did notice over here under Rachel's craft closet, it says handmade wood signs decor. Handmade is misspelled, so you want to add a D in there for handmade. Make sure that's spelled right. Easy. That's just an easy fix. That's just a typo. So we all do it from time to time. Okay. And then your shop announcement is what's right here. So let's click read more. She says, hello and welcome to my shop. I specialize in creating custom signs. You dream it and I'll make it. I'm constantly adding new items, so favorite my shop so you can see what's to come. Thanks for visiting, and I hope to fill an order for you in the near future. All right, so good job on having a shop announcement. A lot of people don't even know this exists or have a shop announcement at all, but it's nice to have a little welcome in the top here for your buyers. One thing that you can use that you could add to this, Rachel, would be you can use this section for like if you're building an email list, if you want to try to get people's emails, you can offer a discount code or something like that in exchange for them signing up for your email list. So a lot of people put that right here, sign up for my email list here, and then you give them we'll send you the code for 30% off or whatever it is. This is also a great section for social media handles. So if you want people to follow you on Instagram or Facebook, you can put your social media here to stay even further connected with your buyers. And then this is also a great place for like current sales. So I didn't notice if you're running any sales right now. It doesn't look like you're running any sales. But if you were, this would be a good place to put what sales you're running, or even if you're trying to promote a certain discount code, to just go ahead and put that right there at the top. So good job on having the announcement. I think it's super welcoming and friendly, but you can use it for even more than just saying hello. You can use it for a lot of different things. And then as I'm scrolling down, I'm looking at the different items. And I'm noticing like these top ones, all of your featured items right here, and the first two have free shipping marked, but then the rest of these don't have free shipping. Let's click over to the second page here and see. So this one has free, some of them have free shipping and some don't. So I'm wondering why there may be a reason why you've chosen not to offer free shipping on some of these, but I would try everything you can to just offer across the board free shipping. That's what I always encourage people to do, because that really is important to buyers, even more so, is free ship. People are becoming more aware of free shipping, kind of learning to expect it almost because of Amazon Prime. Everybody expects free shipping on everything. So I know in some cases it's hard to offer it, but if you can, I would recommend you try to offer free shipping on everything and then just build it into the price. So you'll have to raise your price a little bit to cover that so that you're not losing out. But then free shipping, not only is it attractive to the buyer and it gives them even one more reason to purchase from you, but it also helps your ranking in the Etsy search. So Etsy boost shops that offer free shipping. They've said they boost them and they rank them higher in the search if they offer free shipping. So I would think about these to see if you could maybe up your price a little bit and offer free shipping. And then as far as, let's see, as far as like when I scroll down, so your whole first page, like you have, these are all different ones. And then starting here, you have the same mock-up picture with different, except for this one, with different quotes. So I love the mock-up picture, but I'm thinking maybe just to put a little more variety on this first page, you could, on some of these, make the first listing picture one of your other ones, like maybe a different angle or a lifestyle picture or something that's not just the same mock-up picture, just so it kind of gives the variety a little bit on the first page. Just an idea so that you could kind of vary it up a little bit. All right, so now I'm going to switch to one of the specific listings. Let's see if I can get this. Okay. Now let me know if you can see this specific listing. Okay. So here's one of her specific signs. So we're just going to look at this listing real quick and look at the positives and some things to change or improve on. So first of all, let's scroll through the pictures. We already said this mock-up is great. Okay, so this shows us, this is another mock-up, which I love the greenery. I love the lifestyle. You've added these little beads, which is super cute. That's modern and trendy looking, very nice. I'm guessing this is showing us the background choices. So you can choose a white or a black background. Yes, we see that over here in the options. So that's what that is. All right, then she has all the different color choices for the frame. Love this. You for sure need this sort of picture if you offer different color choices over here. So she has different frame colors. You need a picture that shows the different option colors and what they look like. All right, so we have one saying frames are 1.5 inches in depth. That's some good information for the buyer. And this is a good quality picture. Love it. Let's be social, follow us and tag your photo. So this is a great idea for any of you that have extra picture spaces on here that you're trying to fill up. This is a great thing. Just make a graphic image to put up like she's done. She has her Facebook and Instagram. So, and it looks super professional. It's not too much on here. It's not confusing, very straightforward. So that's good. All right. Then we're back to the first one. So overall, Rachel, I think your pics are awesome, very professional looking, very clear. You have all of the different options shown, which is for sure necessary. And then I also love that you have options over here. So we've talked about this a lot before. If you've been around this channel, I always encourage you guys to think of what options you could offer people to customize it a little bit. So they're not creating a purely custom sign, but they have a frame color option and a background color. So it makes them feel like they are able to be part of the creation process and choose exactly what they want. So good job on that. And good job on not making this confusing. Sometimes we put too much information on the options area and it's just like it's too many choices. So you want to have choices, but you want it to be like simple enough and easy enough for people to just like choose one easily. All right, let's look at, as far as the pictures go, I would recommend, Rachel, that you have a couple more photo slots that you can use. So I would recommend you take some more like lifestyle pictures of these and show them, besides the mock-up, show what it would look like on a wall or set up on a desk or wherever you can think of that you would put it. Just showing it in different rooms of the house and how it could be used in a lifestyle way. So people can sort of picture what this would look like in their home. And just try to use as many of your photo slots as possible. And then let's look at the title here. So she has inspirational quote, motivational wood sign, living room decor, master bedroom sign, small framed wood sign, housewarming. Okay, so you've done well in terms of putting some keyword phrases up here separated by the line. It looks nice and clean. Let's go up here and type in the search. So if we type in, like, let's start typing in motivational and see what comes up. So the first thing, all I typed was motive, and the first thing that pops up as a recommendation is motivational wall decor. So when I type anything up here, whatever pops up, these recommendations, Etsy is telling me these are the top phrases people are searching. So this is a good way if you're not really sure what to title your item or what SEO to use or keyword phrases, and you don't have something like eRank or Marmalade to help you. This is a good, simple way to get some ideas of phrases. So I would definitely go with this fits this item. This is wall decor. Motivational wall decor. So let's see. You have motivational wood sign, but that's not the same as motivational wall decor. So I would definitely try to fit in motivational wall decor somewhere in here. Now let's type in inspirational. So we have the first one to pop up is inspirational wall art. Let's look over here. So you have inspirational quote, but not inspirational wall art. So you definitely need, every word counts, and you want it to be exactly what Etsy is recommending popping up here. It could even be an inspirational gift too, or inspirational signs. All of those popped up. All right, you have living room decor. Let's see what pops up when we type in living room. Okay, so the first thing is living room wall decor, and then living room decor. And then there's a lot of different things. Living room wall art, all of these could apply. But the best one is living room wall decor. So I would have, instead of just living room decor, you could keep that because that was on there too, but you want to have living room wall decor. So y'all see what I'm doing as far as finding out which things Etsy's recommending, because they are the top, the top searched phrases. So this is good, but you could just edit it slightly to make sure that you're getting the top phrases. And then let's look in the description, because you want to make sure that you're repeating your SEO. So your keyword phrases or your keywords that are in your title, you want to repeat them down here in your description. Now, I want to make sure that I specify you don't want to keyword stuff in your description, which is just basically when people just copy and paste the title down there. You don't want to just stuff it with all the keywords. You want the description to be very clear and to be a little bit flowery. You want to use descriptive language that's going to make the buyer sort of picture the experience they're going to have with this item. So you want it to be descriptive, and you want it to be really well written, but you want to look for spots in there where you can sort of stick one of those keywords as you're writing, so that Etsy recognizes both in the title and the description and in your tags. When you're creating your listing, you want to put them in your tags too. So if you have them in all three of those, Etsy's going to say, oh, wow, this listing is definitely about this keyword, like specific keyword. And you're more likely to rank higher in search if you have it in all three of those places. So description says, give thanks and be grateful. Framed wood sign. So framed wood sign would be a good phrase. And I like how you have it in these different, very clear sections. That's a good thing to do to make sure it's not confusing for people. But you do jump right into the specifics of hanging. So we definitely need that information of it comes with a hanger and instructions and all of that. We definitely need that in there. But I think even before that, I would write a little section, maybe just a little paragraph, a couple of sentences about, just make it a little more descriptive and flowery as far as what the sign is, what it's for, how you could use it. And remember, the buyer tends to buy on emotion. So we want to kind of create this potential experience for the buyer. So when they're seeing these beautiful photos and then they're reading your beautiful description, it's they picture themselves having that sign in their house and what a wonderful thing it's going to do for their home. So I would add a little part in the description before you start getting to the nitty-gritty, of the details. And then make sure, like I said, that whatever you have in your title, you're repeating somewhere in the description as a keyword. I think everything else on here looks really good, Rachel. Your delivery time is not too long. You have a ton of great reviews. Look at all these good reviews, 5 stars. The only thing I would say again is maybe free shipping. This is one that you don't have free shipping on. So I would think about how maybe to offer the free shipping. But great job, Rachel. You have an awesome shop. You have a really great start. You've already made 155 sales. So you are definitely on your way for sure. All right, I'm going to stop sharing this for a second. If you guys are posting questions, my husband is answering some of them, and I will try to get to as many as possible. But I can't see them as I'm doing the shop audit. So, okay. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything over here in the comments for now. Okay. So the next shop we are going to do is Early Dawn Crafts. This is Elisha. Hopefully I said that right. All right, so let me share the screen here. Okay. This is Early Dawn Crafts. And before I get started, I just wanted to mention, if you are interested in having your shop audited or reviewed on one of these live streams, you can email me with the link to your shop. I go through all the ones that are emailed to me and I pick shops that I think have a good start and that have some good potential and I can tell they're taking it seriously and that have good products, but maybe just need some, just a couple pointers here and there and need some tips on certain things they could improve on. So if you think that you would like me to edit one of your, or not edit, critique your shop, then you can email me at katehayes.co@gmail.com. I'll type that in here real quick. katehayes.co@gmail.com. And I'm going to be I'm not doing it every live stream. I'm probably doing one or two every other live stream. So definitely email me and I will take a look at your shop. Okay, so Early Dawn Crafts. Let's go here. Okay, so we're going to look at the homepage first here. This is Elisha. All right, so right off the bat, some things I noticed that are really good and positive are the color scheme here is so bright and cheery. I love, as I look through your products, you have so many bright colors, and I love that your banner, the pictures, like the flowers on your banner picture sort of match. They go with all of these vibrant colors. So the aesthetic is definitely already there. You have a great flow to just the whole look of the shop. Even your logo here, the blue yarn, it matches perfectly this light blue color. It all goes together. And even, look at this. I didn't even notice this before, but even the shawl you're wearing in your profile picture is that same blue color. So great job on your aesthetic, your bright and vibrant colors. I love it. And this picture looks very professional. You got your name there. And she has sign up for my VIP list below and get 20% off your first order. So that's right off the bat, offering a discount code. Great. That's already one reason for people to purchase. And just so if y'all are wondering, this is something you can do. You may not have thought about this before, but on your banner, you can have a coupon code or something that you want to just right when people come in, they don't have to search for it. It's in big bold letters right there, 20% off. And the reason she's doing this is to build her VIP list. So that's your email list. So you can see it again here in her shop announcement. Subscribe to my email list and get 20% off your order. So she has the link here. And then underneath, she has her little description of her shop. So this is great. This is what I was talking about before, using this section to offer a discount code. She's building her email list, that's wonderful. It's great to have an email list for your buyers so that when you come out with something new, you have another touch point, contact point for people. If you are going to build an email list, you do have to offer something in order for them to sign up. So usually it's a discount or, code of some sort. So good job on that. All of your pictures seem to go together very well. They all have a similar background here. Nothing's too distracting. You know exactly what the product is right when you look at the picture. And then let's see if we have some reviews. Oh, okay, so you have 574 sales. You got 5 stars, which is awesome. Okay, let's look over here at, I did want to mention in the banner. So Elisha, when you say sign up for my VIP list, I would change my to our, sign up for our VIP list. It's just kind of a personal thing. You don't have to do that, but I always think that our sounds better than my, even if you are just a one-person shop and it's just you. It always sounds more professional to me when people say our. It makes you sound like you have a team, even if it's just you and your cat, that could be our. So I always tend to say our instead of my. It just sounds like you're established, you have people working with you. So I would probably change that, sign up for our VIP list. And our doesn't just mean people. It's you as a company, our, if that makes sense. So that's just something little. You can take it or leave it. But all right, as far as the sections over here, good job on having sections. I would probably, instead of having a slash with 2 different things, I would probably just decide on one. Which one is kerchiefs or headscarves? Which one of those is the most important key one, and just have that one word or phrase. Summer hats or sun hats. I would just probably have one, because sometimes it's even that is a little bit too much for people when they're looking. It gets confusing. They're like, well, I don't really, it's too many words to look at sometimes for people. So you want to make it, you want to simplify it as much as possible. I would just choose one. And you can always make more sections too. So if they're different, like if your kerchiefs and headscarves are kind of slightly different, you can have 2 different sections with those for each of those. Okay, so let's look and see if you have free shipping. You have free shipping here on these. Good. And then we don't have free shipping on some of these. Looks like these hats don't have free shipping. Okay, so again, same thing I told Rachel. I would try whatever you can to offer free shipping across the board if possible, which means you'll just have to up your price a little bit to cover it in the cost, in the price of the item. Free shipping across the board just makes you not just look professional, it helps people to just see, oh, no matter what I choose, I can get free shipping. It's easy, it's simple, and you will probably be ranked higher in the search for offering free shipping. All right, now let's go to the second page here. Super cute items. Very nice. Okay. Now some of these are mannequin pictures. So you have mostly model pictures on the first and the top here of the second page. I would try to do all model pictures instead of mannequins. I think the mannequin just looks less professional. So I know sometimes you don't have an option if that's the only option you have, but I would try to get these in either model pictures or mock-ups or even a flat lay. Probably a model picture would be best so people can see how it lays on the head, just like you have the hats, in the beginning. I would try to transition these away from the mannequin and into model, like lifestyle pictures. See the third page here. All right, these are good from the back. That's a great idea to show the whole thing, show what it looks like. Very nice. All right, and the only other thing I would say as far as the pictures is like some of these have it almost looks very wintry. I don't know if you took these pictures during the winter or when, but there's not really any greenery. It's all kind of like the grass looks kind of dry. And so that's fine if that's the style you're going for, but I would maybe think about taking some with some greenery, maybe like now or in the summer when there's leaves on the trees, and just to give it sort of a happy, like your whole feel is very vibrant, with your products. So I think that would fit in if you took some pictures with some vibrant greenery, just some of that in the background so that it's not all just this same kind of brown color, because you have the tree here and then you also have the kind of grayish brown fence. I think that's a fence you're in front of. I'm not sure, but it's all sort of that grayish brown color, which is fine. That's great because it's neutral. But I think maybe a little bit of greenery would add a little bit of cheer to it. If you're able to take some pictures, in front of some trees that are blooming or things like that. Okay, so now let's look over at the specific listing here. Okay, I see your comment. Yes, I'm currently switching to all model photos. That's great. Good job. I know it takes a while to transition everything over. It's a lot of work to take your own photos and edit them and get them up, get them listed. It's a whole process. All right, so here's a listing. All right, this is for mint green crochet sun hat with floppy brim. So the first thing I want to look at this is the pictures. So let's just click through here. There's the front. We got a flat lay, some side angles, and then we have a little thing about why you're using recycled cotton. That's wonderful. A lot of people, that's very important, like what materials are being used. And if that's sort of part of the importance of your shop and one of your selling points, it's great to have a little blurb in there about that. Love this item. Click the heart to add it to your favorite so you can easily find it later. Good encouragement. There's your logo. Join my email list. So y'all, this is great. She has her email list and the 20% off coupon on her banner, her shop announcement, and in the photos. So if people don't sign up for your email list, I would be very surprised because you have it in all those places, which is awesome. You may even have it in your description. I'll have to look and see. But good job on that. Okay, product packaging. This is going back to the same point as why you use the recycled cotton, recycled tissue paper, the mailer, everything is all natural, it seems like. So people that really care about this, not everybody's going to care about it, but the people you're trying to draw in, your target audience, are probably people that they would purchase from you. Like if they're deciding between you and they haven't narrowed down between you and one other shop, this could be the thing that pushes them over the edge to purchase from you. The fact that you're using all recycled, all natural packaging and materials and everything. So that's great. Okay, so I already mentioned as far as the pictures, maybe trying to get some with a little more vibrancy in them. But I mean, the pictures you have now look great. The blurry background looks very professional. I like that you have the different angles. The flat lay is awesome. I think that you could even use the flat lay picture as the main picture for some of them. I wouldn't do it for all of them, but just so like when you're looking at all the different listings on the main page, you can have some variety in there instead of it all being, I think this is you that's modeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but instead of it all being you in the same kind of poses and things, like it would be nice to have some of you as the model and then some of the flat lay maybe, or some lifestyle, just kind of to give it some variety as people are looking on your page. All right, let's look at the SEO here. So as far as the title, we already talked about how to look up here for the recommendations. So I don't know, like you kind of have to think in terms of from the perspective of the buyer. Some people will be looking for something very specific. Like they will know without a doubt, they want a mint green crochet sun hat with a floppy brim, but most people are not going to be that specific when they're searching. They're probably just going to say crochet sun hat or hat with a floppy hat or something like that. So it's good to have some of both. You want to have some longer tail keywords, which are more descriptive. They have more words like that. But then you also want to have some that are a little more general and vague because not everybody is going to be searching that specifically. So like I mentioned before, shoppers tend to do two searches. So they'll tend to do a very vague general search at first. Like they might just say sun hat. And then once they look through the first page or two of results, then they'll see a couple that they like and they'll narrow it down to what type of sun hat. And they'll go back up and do a second search that's more specific where they might say mint green sun hat or something like that. So you kind of want to have both. So again, I would just go up here and Elisha, just look up here at these recommendations. Like when you type in sun hat. Okay, so sun hat women's is one big one. Let's try crochet sun hat. Crochet sun hats for women. Let's try floppy. So floppy hat is the first one. Floppy beach hat is one. So just kind of get some ideas from here if you're wanting to find some good keywords for that. And then make sure, like I said, to repeat it in your description. Let's look here at the description. Okay, so you have, here's a cotton crocheted summer hat with a pretty lacy brim. This lovely hat offers sun protection for your hair and face. So I can tell this whole thing, that's exactly what I'm talking about as far as having a flowery, descriptive little paragraph written in the beginning to kind of paint the picture of why they're going to love this hat, where they could use it, to sort of get those emotions going a little bit. And then you also have the recycled cotton yarn, which is to let people know it's sustainable, which is, it was great. And then you have your different sections, size, care instructions, material. So this is great. Make sure that for those that don't have this is a good example of spacing things out. Make sure that you have spaces like this so that people that may not care about reading the whole thing through, they just want to know what size is it. They can look right here and find exactly what the size is. And I love your little sunflowers here. Those are super cute. Very bright. It goes with your whole aesthetic. So I feel like this is a pretty solid description. And then we're looking over at your reviews. You have great 5-star reviews. 180, so it's a great start. Yeah, so Elisha, I feel like you have a really great start. Your shop looks super professional. It's just a matter of tweaking certain things, but great job. so far. All right. Let's see. I'll come back over here. Now, let us go ahead and hop into the Q&A. So again, if you have a question, it's easier for us to see which ones are the actual questions if you have 4 question marks in front. So if you have a question, just type in 4 question marks first and then your question, and I'll try to get through as many as I can. And remember, if you give a super chat or a super sticker, you will get first in line for me to answer your question. It'll pop up and I'll see it and I'll be able to answer that one first. So I think my hubby has been on here. Thank you, Nick, for answering some of these. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so I see my husband has been answering several of these, so I'm going to just start from kind of towards the bottom where people are asking. And if my husband has not answered your question so far, type it in again so I will see it and I'll try to get to it. Okay, so Rachel, you asked, I've heard that you should never put your shop on vacation mode if you can help it because you basically start from scratch when you reopen. Is this true? Yeah, so I would recommend that too. People have different opinions on that. But the overarching experience that I've heard from people is that, yes, when they put their shop on vacation mode, a lot of times it's hard. It kind of kills the momentum and it's hard to get it going again when they reopen. So I always recommend if you need a break or if you're really going somewhere or whatever, there's other things you can try before you put it on vacation mode. So you can try upping the price a little bit so it slows down your orders. You can try extending your processing time so that will naturally slow down your orders. I would try those things first before putting your shop on vacation mode because Etsy runs on momentum. So once you sort of like get the ball rolling and you're getting consistent sales, you want to do whatever you can to keep that ball rolling, to keep the momentum going. And when you put it on vacation, it's just kind of like, you're just like stopping that momentum. And then you have to try to get it going again when you come back. So yeah, I would recommend not doing that if at all possible. Okay. Someone said, do you recommend the tactic to add a new listing daily? I'm going to start putting these up on the screen here. Okay, so the tactic to add a new listing daily. Yes, I've heard this before. I can only speak from my experience, and I have never done this. I've never tried this as far as like trying to be adding new listings every single day. And I've had success without having to do that. So I don't personally agree with that tactic. Now, I'm not saying maybe that hasn't contributed for some people to their success. Maybe it has. I could definitely see the logic of if you're constantly adding new things, you definitely have, when you have more listings, you have more of a possibility to be discovered and more items to be seen. So I'm not saying there's nothing to that, but at the same time, I would not like stress and kill yourself over like trying to like get a new listing up every single day, because I've just never done that. And I feel like if you're really stressing and rushing to try to like get new listings up, the probability is that you're going to be putting up listings that are half done. They're like, you're just kind of rushing to get something up. And I would rather spend more time and put up a good quality listing that I spent time on the photos. I spent time editing the photos. I spent time on the SEO and researching it, making sure it's a good product to offer. And then once you list it, it's a really top quality listing and it has more of a chance to go the long run. So I would not worry too much about doing that. Okay, let's see. Leah says, was it hard to open an Etsy shop? So the process is not necessarily hard. It's not hard. It is kind of a time-consuming process when you first start, because you're having to put up all your different listings. You're having to research SEO, which is search engine optimization. So that's basically just your keyword phrases you're using in your title. You want to make sure that you're using the ones that are searched a lot. So there's a good bit of research that goes into it, and then also taking your photos, editing your photos, there's a lot of information you have to put into your listings. So I would not say it's hard. I would say it's a little time consuming. but you kind of just have to jump in and start, and then the more you do it, the faster you get at it because you learn what you need for your listings and things like that. How long did it take to get it going? So it's different for everybody. It depends. If you want to start with like 5 listings, then it could be pretty quick. Some people don't want to really publish until they have more listings. They want to have like a whole page of listings. So it depends on that. When I first started, I kind of just threw up a couple things and then sort of like added things slowly. So it took me a while to get my shop to where it looked professional. It looked like a full, complete shop. If I were to redo it now, I probably would try to have at least like 12 to 15 listings first before I publish anything, to go ahead and put those up. Spend time on making them good quality, and then like a big announcement when you're finally ready. That's probably how I would do it now, as opposed to just sort of, but then again, it's kind of a balance, because you don't want to get into perfectionism and you don't want it to take you months and months to publish because you're trying to get every single little thing right. I wouldn't go that route either. I would just try to get, like, maybe set a goal of a time frame for yourself. Like, in 1 month, I want to publish my shop or whatever. And then, or 2 weeks or whatever it is. And then just work as hard as you can to get things as good of quality that you can before that time, and then go ahead and publish. Okay, this one says, does Etsy allow to bookmark an item that is unavailable at the moment, so they're notified when an item is in stock again? Because making what I sell takes time to make. So I think you're asking if people can still favorite an item even if it's out of stock. Let me know if that's not what you're asking. But if it's out of stock, like on your listing, if it says quantity and you had a certain quantity and it was out of stock, it won't even show up. It won't show up in the search unless there's some in stock. So people wouldn't be able to favorite it, if they can't see it showing up in search. I hope that answers your question. I'm not sure if I understood that correctly or not. All right. What are some other good ideas for email list building? Despite putting it in my banner photos and announcement, I have only had 7 signups in 2 months' time. Okay, so you're doing a great job. As far as like, that's the first thing I would say would be to have it in as many places as possible. Another thing you could do, Elisha, is like, I don't know if you have a Facebook group. I've talked in some of my videos about having a Facebook group for your business so that you can announce things in there. You can run sales and discount codes and sort of drive external traffic to your shop through social media. You can do that a little bit on Instagram too, but Instagram's hard because you can't really put a link, unless you have 10,000 or more followers. So I would recommend a Facebook group. And then if you have a Facebook group, I would focus on building up the Facebook group. And then you're able to have a place where you can announce things like that. So if you want people to sign up for your email list, you're already offering the discount code for 20% off, but you could offer other freebie things, like come up with some kind of free item or free downloadable thing that people can receive in exchange for signing up. So, the 20% is good, but maybe try different incentives. If the 20% doesn't seem to be working, try something else. You can just come up with like anything that you can create. It could be a downloadable PDF. It could be something that they can print, like a printable calendar or whatever. Just things, people like free things. So something free and easy that you can offer people in exchange for signing up for your email list. And then this is kind of where, when you're first starting, your family and friends come into play, your community, like people that you can reach out to them on Facebook and sort of get a community going outside of Etsy, from your social media, and sort of push it from there. All right, let's see here. Okay, Joanne says, I have a moderately successful Etsy shop. However, I want to offer new items that aren't directly related. Is it better to have a second shop or stick with one? It's up to you. I always recommend if you're going to have, you just want to make sure that the items in your shop are related in some way. So it really just depends what the items are. If you can't find a good relation between them, if they just seem too different, and it just if it's going to be confusing for the buyer when they look at your shop, I would say start a separate shop, because you just don't want either of them. You don't want it to be confusing for people. So I would say it either needs to be like a similar type of product, like for instance, home decor. It could be a wood sign and, a nameplate, or like something for their desk, or a picture frame, or even like a mug or something, like kind of all of that sort of goes together in the category of home decor. If it's kids' clothes, it could be like a onesie for a baby, and then you could have different sizes of kids' clothes and stuff, or you could have a certain material that you're known for using. That's what ties everything together. Some people have shops that are like all vinyl things. So like, vinyl press on, like heat press things. Like, as long as there's something that's tying it together that makes it similar enough. If there's nothing you can find that's related or tying it together, I would start a separate shop. So it's better not to be confusing. Okay, Madeline asks, number one tip for someone who wants to be a full-time Etsy seller. Okay, so I have a lot of videos on this, actually, a lot of Etsy strategy in our Etsy playlist. So I would definitely recommend, if you haven't watched through our Etsy playlist, to go watch through that. I actually have a video on how to go full-time on Etsy. So for people that are very serious about it, that don't want it just to be a part-time thing, you want to be full-time, you want to be able to quit your day job, whatever it is. But just off the top of my head, number one tip for someone who wants to be full-time, I feel like you have to have a certain mindset going into it. You have to be able to kind of press when it gets hard and keep going when it gets hard. And it's extra hard if you have a full-time job already, an outside job, or if you have kids, like things that demand your attention. It's hard, but you have to be able to fit this in where you can, kind of into the spaces of your life where you can fit it. And it's just hard. Like, it's just not easy unless this is all you're doing. You have nothing else on your plate and you can just like full-time devote everything to this. But most people are not in that position. So it's just hard. It's kind of one of those things you have to like press through, and so I would recommend to work hard. And I hate to use the word hustle, because that's kind of like it's a polarizing word. People don't like the word hustle now. There's some truth to hustle. You know what I mean? Like, there's some truth to being able to like get down to the nitty gritty. Like, it's 10 o'clock at night and I have to make, I've had to make 25 wreaths in a day before. Did I want to do that? No, I did not. And I probably could have prepared better by like hiring some help. So I'm not saying that's the goal either. We don't want to like spread ourselves so thin, but at the same time, you have to be able to grind a little bit and you have to be able to hustle a little bit. So I'm definitely not saying, don't take it wrong. I'm not saying you can't rest, you can't take a vacation. I'm not saying any of that. But I think that to be successful on Etsy, to be full-time, you have to be able to work hard. You have to be able to, even if it's late at night, get up early in the morning, whatever it is, to make it work. And you kind of have to just have that mindset of like, I'm going to make this work no matter what I have to do. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to take it easy. I'm going to make this work. So that's more of a mindset thing. But I think if you don't have that, then you can try everything practical. You can try all the practical tips, all the SEO tips and everything. But if you don't have that mindset of like, I'm going to make this work, then it probably will not ever become full-time. Okay. Is it helpful to put other product links or shop links in the description section? So I recommend that. I have in my descriptions, I have links to my other related products. So I wouldn't put just like random links in there, but I always put links to my other products that are sort of related. So if they like this listing, this product, but they're sort of looking for something slightly different or in a different color or something, I post those links in the description. So that helps them to just have an easy way to click through and not have to try to like go search through all my things to find all my listings to find it. It makes it easier on them and it boosts the other listing. So the other listing will rank higher if it's linked in outside sources or places. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So yes, I would do that. I would not I wouldn't do it too much in your descriptions, as far as like, you don't want people to look at your description and be overwhelmed with like a ton of different links, but I would do that if it's related. And I would just make sure you do it at the bottom. You don't want the first thing in your description to be like a ton of different links. You want it to be at the very bottom, so that there's the first thing they see is that nice flowy description and the information they're looking for. All right. Annette said, agree about the hustle. I've had rush orders and didn't sleep 32 hours to fulfill. Oh my goodness, you didn't sleep for 32 hours. Yeah. So that is that's the unfortunate part. Sometimes, you're like wanting so badly to go full time and to get all these sales. And then when they start coming in, you're kind of not prepared sometimes. And it's like, well, it's just me. I guess I have to push through all these orders. And sometimes you don't sleep. And so I think the goal is to get to a point where we figure out a solution for that, because you need sleep. Like, you don't want to just be grinding to the point where you're just like, you can't do it anymore and you're burnt out. Definitely don't want that. So the goal is to be able to like get to that point and then hire help, or, figure out a system that works for you to be able to have it be manageable. And you're scaling it. Once it gets to that point, it's getting larger, you're scaling it, you're able to hire someone to help you, or you're able to, I don't know, to figure out whatever you're doing in your family life or your schedule to sort of like make it easier on you. So you can sleep and you can do those things, but yeah, you have to be able to hustle a little bit to get to that point. Hi, Wendy. Glad you hopped on too. Glad you're here. Let's see. Okay. Jonah says, I started my shop back in January and have been getting more views, but struggling to transfer them into sales. Okay, so you just started in January, so it hasn't been that long. For some people, it takes several months to even see a sale. So don't get discouraged. That's normal. It takes a while to get to where you're being viewed in the search organically. And what I've talked about in my other videos, y'all may have seen me talk about this before, but when you're still in the place of like getting some views but no sales, and you're not getting a lot of you're not getting a lot of conversions. The key, in my opinion, is you're trying to like drum up some momentum. You're trying to drum it up a little bit. So the way to do that is from external sources. So whether it be Pinterest or Facebook or Instagram or an email list, you're trying to gather people from the outside and send them into Etsy. So there are a ton of people that will go to Etsy, but the problem with that is that if you're relying only on organic traffic from Etsy in the beginning, you're not going to probably see a lot of views or sales, because you're not being shown very high in the search yet. So to be ranked higher in the search, you have to be making some sales on that listing already. So it's like, well, how do you make your first few sales if you're not being shown, So that's the answer, is to gather. If you have family and friends, that's where I start. I realize not everybody has that community. So, but if you have people that would be willing to support you, even if you just give them like a giant discount, just say like, hey, I will give you like 50% off of this if you will just go purchase it from my Etsy shop. That way you have a sale registered on that listing, and every sale you get on a specific listing boosts it in the search. So eventually, once you get some sales on that specific listing, it'll show you more in the results for the search, and you can start to rely more on that organic traffic. But until you get there, the organic traffic from Etsy is probably not even going to see you very much. So you have to drive it from external. I have lots of tips and strategies where I go more into this in my Etsy videos on the playlist. So if you haven't watched our Etsy playlist, watch that for sure. But that's the key, is to try to get people from the outside, from social media or Pinterest or wherever, get them to your listing and offer some big discounts, just to give people incentives in the beginning to like get the ball rolling. Just try to do whatever you can to get that ball rolling with sales. Okay. How can I increase my sales? I'm worried. A few days ago, my listing is ranked and showing on the top page with bestseller tag, but now suddenly the views and clicks are gone and receiving 2 or 3 orders. I'm not sure. I mean, it could be a lot of things. This is what I say about Etsy is that like as soon as you start to think you've sort of like figured it out and figured out, oh, this is my most busy time of the year. I should be getting this many sales every week. Like as soon as you start to think you figured it out, it's kind of like it's so up and down. It changes. So it could be just the time of year. It could be what's going on like in the world. I know that last year when everything happened with the pandemic, like things just blew up on Etsy just because of what was more people were searching online. So now it's like people are getting out more. They may not be on there as much. It's like, who knows, that could be like one of a million things. So all you can really do is just to continue to drive traffic as much as possible from your external, from your Facebook group, from your Instagram, whatever it is. And then also with word of mouth, just trying to drum up a little bit from your email list, whatever you have to send some traffic in. And then also trying Etsy ads. Etsy ads work for some people and not for others, but I always say they're worth a try just to see if you have a small budget to start with. You could try that just to sort of like get it back up in front of people. I'm sorry I don't have a better answer for you. It's hard to know sometimes. It would be different if it wasn't ranking, if it had never been ranking and it didn't have the best seller. But like the fact that you had been ranking and it had the best seller tag, I don't know. It could be different things. Just try whatever you can to sort of get a sale or two on that listing again and try to bump it a little bit. Okay, Wendy says, I got my first sale from a friend on Facebook that I went to school with. The sales have been slow, but started trickling in after that. I share on multiple websites and do ads. Good. So yeah, most people get their first few sales from family and friends. If, that's what I always encourage is to reach out to the people that on Facebook and different places. Yeah, so it might be slow at first. It's different for everybody, but good job, Wendy, on sharing on the different websites and doing ads. You have to be proactive, I think is the key. You can't just like start your shop and list everything and then sit back and kind of wait for Etsy to bring people to you. In the beginning, you really have to be proactive as far as bringing people in from wherever you can think of. So good job on that, Wendy. Madeline says, is it bad to consider a 4-star review not good? And why do some people leave 4-star reviews but leave no critiques? So I've always been a little bit confused when, I've gotten some where people will leave a 4-star review and their whole comment is like positive, like there's nothing negative about it. And so I think some people just don't, for whatever reason, they don't ever leave a 5-star. They feel like it's like nothing's perfect, like the best it could ever be would be a 4-star. So and I'm not sure why people do that. It baffles me, honestly. It does. So I don't have an answer for you. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Like if I'm a buyer and I'm pleased with something, I'm definitely going to leave like a raving like 5-star review. But I think some people just don't realize how important that is for sellers. So they might really think about it that much. All right. Wendy said very slow at first, nothing for 3 weeks, and then 3 sales in 1 weekend. Woo! But it's still a new store. So yeah, when you're new, it can be up and down for sure. I'm sure you were excited about your 3 sales in 1 weekend. That's so great. I'm so happy for you, Wendy. Just keep at it. Keep pushing traffic, driving traffic from wherever you can. And it'll get more consistent as you get reviews, you get some social proof, you get more sales, it'll steady out a little bit. But it can be a little bit frustrating in the beginning when it's so up and down and you feel like you can never predict when things are going to come through. Rochelle says, yes, I've had a lot of raving 4-star reviews. Yes. Why people? I don't get it either. Like, can you just give me that last little star? Just stick that on there. Some people save their 5 stars for super duper amazing. Yes. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of is like they only give 5 stars if it's like absolutely perfect, they're just a little more stingy with their stars, I guess. So, all right. I realize each shop will be a different startup, but is there advice you can give on startup costs? Yeah. So as far as startup costs, you just have to really think about what your budget is. I definitely recommend in the beginning when you're first kind of just planning out your shop and everything, you have to, first of all, know like you need to think about what your budget is. What do you have for startup costs? And that will kind of help you determine what type of product you want to offer based on what you can afford in the beginning. So there's a lot of different I guess, advice that people would give on what to do once you start bringing in some money. Should you pay yourself? Should you put it back into the business? There's a lot of different opinions on that. I think that you should find a good balance of both. So you definitely need to be paying yourself something to make it worth it. You don't want to burn out because you're doing all this work and then you get discouraged because you don't see any of the fruit of it in your bank account. Like you want to be able to pay yourself something, but you also want to reserve some to put back into the business because that's sort of like a long-term mindset. You want to be able to think long-term. How can I make this business last? How can I make it, full-time? How can I make it succeed so that in 5-10 years, like I am financially where I want to be? So part of that is being able to put some back into your business. So once the sales start coming in, that's just something personally you have to sort of think through as far as how much you're going to pay yourself, how much you're going to reinvest into your business. But I would definitely reinvest some. That's the only way you're going to grow. Just 1 5-star for me so far. I give 5 stars on Etsy. Yeah, Wendy, I do too. Like if I'm pleased with a product, I definitely give 5 stars. You want to tell the truth. So if there's something wrong with it, obviously you don't always have to give 5 stars. But if I'm pleased with it, yeah, 5 stars for sure. Okay, before we wrap up here, I want to show you guys real quick. I'm going to take a couple other questions, but I just thought about this while we're talking about reviews. I have this journal. So I bought this and the only reason I'm showing you guys this is because I love to support other shops. I just love to support people I know how you feel as a seller. So I want to support you guys. I got this, some of these journals, I ordered several of these for some ladies. Some of my friends these are just like little thin travel journals, but this is hand painted. It's absolutely beautiful. I found these on Etsy. I do all my shopping on Etsy pretty much. But I'm going to put, the shop is called Painted by Pain. And I think you pronounce her name Breck. So Breck, if you see this, you can totally correct me if I'm wrong. I think your name is Breck. It's a pretty name. But she hand paints these journals. And I think she just got started on Etsy, so she only has a few listings, but her pictures are super professional, and she was just like the best to work with, like as far as I wanted to customize them a little bit and have them all like coordinating colors, and she was just super responsive with her customer service, and they ended up being exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to type in her shop name here, Painted by Pain, because why not? I just want to support you guys. So I mentioned to her that I was going to share her shop, and I hope you guys will go take a look at it, support her. She's just an awesome shop. Okay, I think I have time for maybe 1 or 2 more questions real quick. Okay. Ben says, hello, what should I consider before opening an Etsy shop? I'm from Algeria. Okay, so hi, Ben. Glad you're here. There's several things you'll need to consider before opening your shop. I would first go and start with our Etsy playlist. So once this live stream is done, go and check out our Etsy playlist on our channel. I have a lot of different videos on how to start. But I would say the main things are, you definitely, when you're choosing your product type, you definitely want to have a product that is profitable on Etsy. It's already currently selling on Etsy. It's going to be popular. It's current. It's trending. That is the key thing. Your product is the king, right? So like if you don't choose the right product, you could do everything else right, and it's not going to be successful. You have to choose something that people are looking for, that's in demand. So I would spend a good amount of time on your product research, figuring out what things are popular on Etsy and what is really selling. There's a lot of ways you can do that, but Honestly, the best thing, in my opinion, is just go on Etsy and look around and see what comes up when you search different things that you think of. See what the results are on the first and second page. See how many results there are. How many people are selling this? Is it super saturated? Is there a ton of competition, or is there not? Are there not many listings that come up for that? So you want to do a little bit of research on that before you choose your product type. And then you definitely want to focus on, when you're starting to get your listings up, you want to focus on your photography, like having really good professional photos. You want to focus on your SEO, which is your search engine optimization. So that's what you're titling your listings, your tags you're putting in your listings, your description, using keyword phrases. You definitely want to make sure you're getting those things right. And that's how you're going to be found in the search. So, y'all know there are millions of shops on Etsy. So the key is getting found in the midst of all the different shops that are posting and all the listings. You have to focus on your SEO to get found, and you have to focus on your photography for people, once you're getting found, for people to actually want to click through and look at your listing. Again, I have tons of videos on all the different strategies, so definitely take a look at the other Etsy videos I've made on our channel for sure. Okay, let me know if y'all have any other questions. This is saying I'm having trouble connecting to the internet, so hopefully I'm seeing all your questions. Rochelle says 25% back in the biz. Yeah, so everybody has a different, it's good to know if you have like a certain percentage that you want to reinvest in your business. Yeah, everybody, you just have to think about it for yourself. What's your profit margin? How much can you afford if you have a certain amount you want to pay yourself? How much you're going to reinvest back into your business. Laura, definitely my new fave Etsy guru. Thanks for all the tips. Thank you, Laura. That makes my day. Thank you so much. I'm happy to help you guys, and just love walking alongside you guys as sellers. I know that this journey is definitely difficult, and it can be frustrating when you don't, know why you're not getting sales, or you don't know why your listings are not showing up. So as much as I can do to help you guys, I'm happy to do that. Yeah, so let me know if y'all have any other questions. Otherwise, make sure that you go follow me on Instagram to keep up with the giveaway. We're going to be doing the giveaway soon. It'll be a bundle of our merch items, possibly including a water bottle like this one, Pivot. Y'all know my favorite phrase for the business is pivot, because we're constantly having to try to pivot and stay flexible. And then make sure, I forgot to mention this, but other than live streams, when we just do our regular videos, we always choose one shop to shout out in each video. So make sure to comment, go through, watch some of our other videos, and comment. If you comment on any of the videos, just put your shop link, and we take a look at as many of those shops as possible to choose which ones we're going to do the shout out for in the next video. So next time we come out with a video, we'll be shouting out a shop, and it could be yours. So make sure to comment with your shop link, and we will take a look at it. All right, I think that's all the questions. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm so glad to have y'all here, and we will be doing another live stream probably in 2 weeks or so. We do it about every 2 weeks. We haven't really been able to nail down like a specific day that we do it. It's usually on Saturday or Sunday, but again, announcing it on Instagram whenever we do. So go follow me over there. Make sure to comment with your shop link. Make sure to email me if you want to be chosen for one of these live stream audits. And other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.